Marko versus Tudou on the way. Best of the 17, first to 9. Marko, yellow player spawning bottom left, and we have Tudou top right, both going as Soviet Iraq. First map, tour of Egypt, without pyramids. Have you guys seen Tudou play recently?
Nope, I
Except
have
for
not.
Ant versus Tudou?
I have not, but Potato is supposed to be very good. I've seen him play in the past, and he's always been very, very competent, very good.
Who's
Who-
Potato?
Tudo.
Okay,
Tudo means potato.
alright.
Right, guy?
I don't know.
Yes, yes, yes. You're right, sir.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, Tudo means potato. And we've got Kevin. Kevin on the left here. Why, guy, why do they call him Kevin?
Kevin, he used the Kevin name, I guess, before in tournament. So they think his real name is Kevin, but it's Marco.
For the same reason they call Lataf Tokai, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you enter the China with Snark, for example, they're gonna call you Snark forever. If you know what I mean. Like the first.
Yeah, got it, yeah.
For example,
Live.
now you call me Guy. I mean, whatever. If I change my name, you're gonna call me Guy, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Marco drones fails.
Let's go, Kevin. Kevin moving his MCV.
Don't see a
Uh,
drone for Tudou. Has he built one? Oh, must have missed it.
both players on 3 miners at the moment, 1 war factory.
I think Tudou never made a drone, but I'm not sure.
Potato is stretching. Kevin's building. Just trying to confuse doofus with the names, boys.
It's not me I'm worried about.
Who you worried about?
People watching this that don't know what you're talking about.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Here comes the drone from Tudou. It goes down. Marco clicks it down. So they're both equal. No, Tudou is 1 miner ahead of Marco. No, they're equal now. Same amount of tanks. Yep. Same build order. Somewhat same build. Moving MCV. Head to head, boys, and another drone out for Tudou. Really trying to get a miner. Will he settle for a rhino? Nope. He will bring that drone back. He will flex in mid.
Yeah,
Oh,
pushing down.
the drone gets
Oh
in.
my god.
Wow.
That drone running and dodging like
That might cancel Marco's ref. I think it did.
yeah, possibly.
Del Marco flexing in mid. Yeah, Shen 6. Oh, I'm sorry. Tudou is on 6 minus at the moment, and Marco now on 6 minus after that or ref build.
Indeed. So
Interesting.
three war factories versus 2 here.
Yeah, that drone miner really puts Marco a few seconds behind here. But here's
Mar-
2 drones from Marco.
Yeah, cleaning that ore up on the cliff. Now remember, there's no pyramids. Your drones can a little bit more freely get in. Tuda has already built his refinery onto the cliff here. Equal amount of rhinos, so very, very even. Tudo will start pulling ahead a tiny bit. No, Mark also makes 3 war factories.
Tudou does build a service depot bottom left. Marco drone did fail at top right, but he still has one left. He might try again. Tudou out tanking by 2, but
Radar out, boys. Radar out. Oh, drone
Nice.
diving on that desolator, getting it.
nice Deso snipe, and that drone gets in. There we go.
Damn, forced to send that all the way down to the service depot on the bottom.
That
But
miner
is going to
has
save it in time. Battle Lab is
turbo.
out. Battle Lab is out. Marko still no battle lab. Does get a ref up on the cliff. Currently 9 miners versus 9 miners. Same war factory, same rhino count. Very even. Desolators for Marko out on the field. And Akirov out for Mr. Tudou, heading towards Marko's base. Marko going to force to make some anti-air to defend that IC out for Tudou as well. Marko a little bit late to the lab, but that's why the anti-air wasn't coming out. He was making his own Kirov, so they are very mirrored.
Very mirrored. Both of them have their IC out. Tudou just 10 seconds before Marko. An important ref might go down here, and it will.
Oh, that sucks.
And a war factory. Can it get it?
He does make a ref back up before the war factory goes down. So at least that, but he does get a war factory in the ref, so that's good value. Tudou putting a flat cannon down on his own ref on the cliff here and setting flat tracks down. Marko doesn't feel like he's going to make it, so he retreats with his Kirov, and it's chilling currently at his side of the map. Tudou up 2 war factories at the moment. The IC counter for Tudou just a tiny bit ahead here. Let's see what kind of value he's going to be able to get with it.
Indeed, Kirov goes AFK for Marko. He's waiting on the IC from Tudou, I believe. Still, Tudou 1 war factory more than Marko.
Both players going to go with drones. Maybe IC drones. A bit of a split from Tudou, but 2 desolators from Marko shuts that down real quick. Okay, the drones are grouped up. The IC gets popped. Marko returns the favor. Let's see if he remembers to bring in the... Okay, the drones go to the tanks and the miners as well. Marko bringing in the Kirov.
Flak.
Yeah, Marko cleaning up the drones right now.
And the Kirov
getting a war factory. It's gonna get another one for sure.
We'll get
now
another
Flak
one.
Rushing out. So Marko very smart holding that Kirov back until the drones took out those flak tracks. Gonna get a ref, as well.
Marko is out tanking. 30 to 24. Marko goes in.
Yeah, but
Tudou's
Marko loses IC, and Tudou's tanks are in a group. Marko's tank control is terrible, but here there's so much more tanks for Marko. He's just gonna take that fight easily.
He takes that fight easily. The Kirov finally goes down, but Marko now targeting the miners and the IC.
Ooh, Marko left his base a little bit defenseless here, but the IC for Tudou does go down. The drones are rushing out as the desolators are also coming and trying to get value here. Marko does chase Tudou out of his base, but Tudou did get the battle lab. In the meantime, Marko killing a lot of miners here. What other kind of value? These desolators are closing in on Marko's tanks from all directions. He's chilling in desolation right now. Does get a war factory, gets another war factory. Tudou's down to 1 war factory. Gotta go for the power. Gonna make him go low power. Gonna lose a lot of his tanks. Move some of his tanks away to save them. Very nice. So Tudou now low power amongst other things. And Marko just 20 million paces ahead of Tudou right now. Marko's gonna take this game for sure. Dude, Marko just so ahead right now.
Marko taking game number 1 on Tour of Egypt.
Absolutely insane, boys. Absolutely insane. Is this the first time we see a Western taking versus a Chinese on tour?
I think so. Western players have famously been very bad at Tour of Egypt in this tournament. Marko out tanking by 10 or more. He has the IC out.
Dude, Doofus, it's over.
It's over, man. It's over. There's nothing Tudou can do. But he's not
maybe
quitting.
Maybe if Marko like sits backwards in his chair, puts his back to the screen, and tries to play with his hands behind his back.
No. Like you said before, he needs to sell all his buildings, right? That came back to bite you in the ass. Here comes the drones. Miners get drones left and center. Even the tanks get droned.
Yeah, he's going to save the miners, but the tanks are going to go down for sure. And then he's going to come in to clean up. Why is Tudou not quitting at this point?
I have no idea. It's over.
Dude, there's a... Okay,
there it goes. Game 1 goes to Marko on Tour of Egypt.
No, Adam. Tokai played Shen. Marko's playing Tudou. Flat off. Latov played Shen. You missed that series. Shame on you. And now we got, Marko versus Tudou. Wow. Very nice, boys. Very, very nice. Marko taking a quick first point. with a very impressive game there. Was behind for most of the game, but not that behind. And then with
The
some
Kirov.
the Kirov, they're running away with his tanks so that the icy drones only each got one tank. The counter punch,
Tibberon.
absolutely beautiful. Tibberon, what an interesting choice. An interesting choice indeed. A Jalad map.
Indeed. So Jalad making his way to China as well, boys. Let's go. OP map maker.
Well, you hear his name, he sounds Chinese, no?
Here we go. Game number 2.
Jalad.
Jalad
Anyway.
Tanagra.
Anyway, SVS here on Tibberon.
Well, Tibberon is one of Todo's favorite maps. So
Really?
yeah, because Todo is originally a Yuri player,
Oh, interesting.
if that makes sense. And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
Tibberon is one of the best maps in Yuri's Revenge in China. So I guess yeah.
We are on Tibberon by Jalad indeed. We have Tudou spawning top left, the yellow player. Marko bottom right, the purple player. Both going as Soviet Iraq here. And Adam asking who won Lato versus Shen. The score was 6-3 when Shen left, so it's still... The score was 6-3 to Latov. So Latov was winning when Shen quit complaining about lag, so we are
Didn't
unsure.
Shen
What?
Didn't Shen 6 just quit as well in the Throne of Champions last year? So I think it's something about him.
Was it Shen 6 that didn't want to join?
Yeah.
Ah,
He
maybe.
don't-
Yeah. He built Throne of Champions this year. If it's the same.
No,
guy.
no. I mean, there was a Throne of Champions last year and he didn't continue his games and he got DQ'd. It was Shen 6.
I
MJ
don't
was
remember.
streaming. I remember.
I don't think it was me. Maybe it was MJ streaming. I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
he
Wow.
was streaming that. Yeah.
That drone from Tudou went straight into the mine as soon as it came out.
But the service depot was already built by Marko, so
Yes,
he
indeed.
will
Which,
save it. Yep, he will save
yeah,
it.
but that does put Tudou ahead on the miners here, making a service depot after his second refinery, unlike Marko making a service depot before his second refinery.
Right.
And we saw this on the Tour of Egypt versus Woody yesterday. Marko, again, he got his drone into Woody's miner after the second ref, which allowed Woody to get ahead. Not as crucial here. But
No,
we
it's
are
fu-
seeing...
It's part of Marco's build, right? Because he put it there before his miner got droned anyway. So he was planning on putting that service depot there to get
Yeah,
the
no,
ref.
I'm saying
mhm.
the fact that it's part of his build.
Yeah, puts him behind in the beginning of the game. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
just a little. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be a big eco game here as both players go up to 8. Well, Shen is on 8, Marko on 7 miners, now 8 as the 8th one comes out of the war factory. Look at this stretch out of
Yeah.
Tudou, damn. That's like straight to the third ore batch. That is
Mhm.
nuts.
Well, his ref is not ready in time for one miner. He has to send it back. And Marko on 4 war factories, so he's going ape shit on the war factories, boys. While being on 8 miners, Tudou is on 10 miners, 3 war factories. Marko is on 8 miners, 4 war factories. His eco is holding, so this build is working out for Marko.
Oh, the drone does get into one of Marko's rhinos. Now, if I were Marko, I'd probably make 1 or 2 more miners with 4 war factories. They build so quickly. Marko destroying the bridge, he might, which means
Another tank gets
getting
droned.
droned as the price that needs to be paid for destroying that bridge. I'm not sure it was worth it. As Tudou pushes in here, targets the miner. Marko
Get a
not
free
reacting.
free miner there for Tudou.
Free miner, free tanks. Tudou getting good value with that split. Marko lost 2 rhinos for destroying that bridge. A little bit distracted here today, Marko is.
A little bit
Not
distracted at the
noticing.
bottom, losing a miner. Tudou on 2 miner lead, and now taking the advantage in amount of war factories as well. He's on 5 while Marko is on 4.
Yeah, 5 war factories, extra rhinos, extra miner for Tudou. Tudou in a great position right now, phenomenal position. He's playing like a person who this is his favorite map, and Tudou is going to sneak in some drones here, possibly drone a miner at this stage of the game. Very annoying. Marko destroying another bridge, and two of the... Oh, and tanks coming in to clean it up as well. Marko completely out of position, destroys the bridge, does successfully destroy the bridge, but Marko might lose 3 miners up there if he's not careful. In the meantime, Tudou advancing here. Marko is going to try and save these miners, puts one in the service depot, sends drones in to defend. 2 of the rhinos does get droned, another 2 that are not droned at the moment. These drones keep going down, and these rhinos very low health. He's trying to run with them right now. Will he get away? Oh my god, they're playing tag. The rhinos are droned. Oh my god!
He saves both of them! But meanwhile, bottom right. Oh my goodness. And Marko quits even though... Oh wow. Even though he saved his miners, top right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bottom right.
Tibberon was Tudou, man.
Yeah.
Marko
Oh, my
distracted.
goodness.
Couldn't be at 2 places at once, and saved the miners, lost the fight.
Interesting, very interesting though.
Alright, boys, I have to go help my neighbor in the garden, but if
No.
you...
You have to go hit your neighbor in the garden?
Help.
Oh.
No,
No.
she's a girl. I will not hit her. But yeah.
Okay.
I
would've
will
been
Wait,
hit
she's a
her.
girl? Oh,
Yes,
oh,
she
Then you
God.
should be hitting that. Then you should be hitting
Interesting.
that.
Oh, Doofus, very interesting. Guy has to go help, quote unquote, his neighbor in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Is her husband there by any chance?
No, she's not married.
Ah, that's even worse.
She's not married.
Worse? What do you mean it's worse? It's my chance, you know.
Oh, so you admit that you're going to help her because of ulterior motives.
You know, Snark, it's good to change, exchange culture, you know.
Oh.
Exchange culture?
Yeah, cultural knowledge, you know.
You want to exchange what?
It's
That's not with a woman.
What kind of culture? What are we talking about? Like sexual culture knowledge? What are we? I don't see you guy helping her in her garden and telling her about Jordan. I just don't see it happening.
Hey, I'll be right back. I need to go to the toilet.
Well, Snark, it's not about seeing that happen. It's about you feel that it will happen, you know.
All right, man. Hey, Zed, I'm not dirty-minded. You see, it was true. Guy's dirty-minded. I'm as clean-minded as they
I'm
come.
very I'm doing good things. I'm helping others, you know. Okay, guys, if you need anything, I will be like, I will check Discord often, so if there's any problem, I can handle it still. So.
All right, guy. Good luck with your neighbor. Enjoy.
Thank you, Snark. We'll see you guys around. Take care.
See ya, man.
Bye-bye.
See ya. So what we got going on here, boys, is we've got Marko, the GOAT, Sai, Kevin, call him what you wish, in the top left. And we've got Tudou the Potato in the bottom right here. Both have made a service depot as part of their build. Marko grabbing, has 3 miners in the big patch of gems, 1 miner on the smaller patch of gems. At the moment, Tudou, again, just a tiny bit ahead on that 5th miner because he made the 2nd ref earlier, I suppose. No, that doesn't make sense. Curious, for some reason Tudou's just a little bit ahead here. Same amount of miners. Marko's gonna go get those gems right now. That are on the top of the hill there, at the top of the cliff. Tudou not interested in the gems this early in the game. Doesn't feel it's necessary. Doesn't feel that he needs it in order to not go broke. Marko going for another war factory. So is Tudou. So both of them on 3 war factories at the moment. Tudou is actually going for those gems. I take it back. And Tudou switching into rhinos as soon as he hits 8 miners. Marko going for a 9th miner first. Needs to notice that his opponent has switched into rhinos. A drone out for Marko to deal with this rhino, perhaps. So far, no players have actually drawn their opponents. They both made Service Depot as part of their build. And now, okay, Marko has switched into Rhinos. He does have one miner extra here. We'll see if that comes into play with their economy. Currently, both of them holding stable, holding steady on a very nice economy. Same bad build. Well, Laszlo, what are you talking about? Are you saying Tudou and Marko have a bad build order? How dare you? Uh-oh. Mudro, them fighting words. Okay, what do we got? 4 war factories each. Tudou pushing top. Marko caught out of position. But only a sentry gun is the value that Tudou got. Now, last game, with these splits, Marko had a hard time keeping up with all of them. Let's see how he does this game. In the bottom here, okay, Marko's sending 4 Rhinos down to help reinforce this position, which is exactly the amount he needs. And in the top, he does seem to be successfully defending. So very nice split handling there from Marko, as both players graduate to 5 war factories each.
All right, Snark, I'm back.
Ah,
You were having fun without me, weren't you?
absolutely. You have no idea. Oh, and I just got a phone call, so take over.
All right, so Marko on the left side, holding a top left split from Tudou. Well, Tudou is reinforcements goes to top as well. Marko sits in the mid. Does Marko have enough at the top to hold this? Tanks will continue to push in mid. Well, Marko tries to hold here at top left and try to get a split going. He might win. I think he will hold top, and the bottom right split going in now. And he will continue to push at the top left. Not yet. Oh, TTs for just a second and loses one tank because of that TT. Now pushing in top right. Surely he will get a miner. He will. Okay, so Tudou loses a miner while Tudou pushes in the bottom left. Marko goes in and will hold bottom left. He can continue to push top right, or can't he? Back and forth here. Marko is on 6 wars, 11 miners versus 5 wars and 10 miners from Tudou. MCV will get droned from Marko.
That sucks. And he's gonna kill it. He doesn't feel he has enough time to take it back to the service depot, or he feels he doesn't want it. I don't know. He needs to end this game now. He is cleaning up Tudou's army here. Marko is currently ahead on the amount of Rhinos on the field. He's got 20 versus 15. So he does have the advantage when it comes to Rhino numbers.
And war factories as well. He still has 5 war factories. And he can just push in here. He can try to end it here indeed.
Indeed. He is heading downfield here. Tudou, he's not going to catch up on the Rhinos. Question is, with the fodder here and the micro and the defender's advantage, can Marko get the value he needs to win this game? As the longer this game goes on, the worse it's going to be for him. Marko getting an important refinery down bottom. He could get a war factory as well. No Tudou moving into position to defend this. And Marko forced to back off a little bit. And now down the center, Tudou goes. Marko to defend. Marko has more than enough to defend here. Tudou's going to go downfield instead, go up. I feel like Marko should go for the base trade here. Tudou is definitely doing that. He's switching into drones. Marko going for the power first. Marko's going to defend. He's not going to commit to a full base trade here, but he can get some war factories and get ahead. Why is it? His Rhinos are chilling. He's going in.
And he will hold top left as well. Marko trying to get a few miners here, but takes the bottom side of the cliff.
Oh god, that is just horrible engagement for Marko. He might... No, he's dead. Yeah, okay.
So reinforcements come in. Yeah, still going in a straight line here is Marko through mid while Tudou is in top left.
Dude, Tudou's wrecking his base right now. Marko leaving his base, abandoning it, needs to get some value here now, or it's gonna be over for him. The Desolator is in position to deal with this split here. Marko at least getting some miners here. Tudou down to 8 miners at the moment. Marko on 11. Still, Marko is ahead on war factories, but Tudou pushing in the center here. Does Marko have enough to defend?
Marko
barely,
can get
maybe.
2 more miners here. Well, Tudou also goes after the miners. Marko left to 8 miners.
That's an important ref he got there. The Desolator's in position to defend here. Marko should be targeting War Factories as well. Slow down Tudou's production even more. But Marko decided his goal is the eco. And he does get Tudou down to 4 miners, Doofus.
4 miners for Tudou.
Look at Tudou's money. It's currently 0. Marko as well is completely broke with 11 miners. But he's going to get those dumps in from the center. And then he's going to be able to produce. Tudou is going to be behind on miners for a while. Unless he starts building miners now out of the War Factory.
Indeed, 3 miners long distancing at the top. So Marko without a MCV, will he split? No, he will not. He will retreat. Tudou is dead broke, $0 to his name.
Absolutely, have 3 miners. Instead of long distance mining gems, they're long distance mining ore, which is exactly what you don't want to see at this point of the game. Tudou splitting up here, trying to get Marko's miner in the center here. He might get a nice Desolator deploy. The miner does survive. And that leaves Marko still with 9 miners versus 5, so Marko's economy definitely better. Still, Marko has more War Factories. Tudou lost the War Factory, Marko lost the War Factory, so it's 5 versus 4 War Factories. Marko successfully defends here in the top left, doing a phenomenal job.
And now goes in through the mid. He's got the miners there, his father as well. I think Mark's going to take it here. This will be the deciding blow. Tudou down to 10 tanks.
Yeah,
and surely Marko can now push in and end it.
Yeah, but the miner numbers are evening out, as Tudou did get another 2 miners, but now Marko pushing in here with 33 tanks versus 11. Marko has a huge army advantage here, and he should be able to go in and end it. Tudou knows this. He's going to go for a Hail Mary downfield, try and end Marko at the same time, so kind of base trade situation here. Marko's still going for the miners up top. Tudou down to 4 miners, but Marko losing miners as well in the center, so they're both down to 3 miners. Very equal positions with the economy, but Marko with 20 tanks more than Tudou should be able to end this if he actually does something with his tanks instead of just chilling.
Indeed, and Tudou down to 0 miners now. All of the miners have been taken care of. Marko has more than enough to hold back at home, and there are tanks chilling top right from Marko. And
absolutely, Marko needs to activate these rhinos and destroy the rest of Tudou's production buildings ASAP. There is still 1 war factory and a barracks here, and Tudou with the elite rhino doing work. Marko forced to retreat perhaps to defeat. No, this army's going down as Marko comes in with reinforcements from all directions. The elite goes down, and Tudou left with 0 rhinos. Marko takes it home, 2-1 for Mr. Marko.
On Arabian Oasis, boys. Here we go. 2-1, the score to Marko.
God damn, boys.
Got ourselves a series.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Sexy gameplay from Kevin.
Indeed, Mr. Kevin with a sexy gameplay. Very, very nice. Okay. What is next, ladies and gentlemen? The next map is
Oh, what is this again?
the expanding one. I can't remember the name of it.
Alright, boys, you need to help me out with this one. I don't remember.
Come on, first one in chat who remembers this map name will get banned.
We'll get a gifted sub.
Ooh, really?
I will give a gifted sub to the one who remembers what map name this is.
God, we never see it. It's not fair.
Ah, I think Muri got it.
What?
I think Muri got it.
I bet he got it wrong.
I think it is Sink or Swim.
It is sink or swim. Damn.
Yeah, Muri getting a gifted sub, boys. Here we go.
Yeah, let's ban genetically again. I feel like he deserves it. There we go, Murray.
There we go.
Got a gift
Doofus
sub.
gifting a sub to Muri. Thanks a lot, Doofus, for the support and appreciate it a lot, bro. Let's go. Doofus
Representing
VIP
Twitch at
in the
moment.
channel. Let's go.
Double fans, boys. Again, no vetoes in this series. Let's see how Marko handles this map here. We've got Marko as red in the bottom left and Tudou as purple in the top right here. Now this map does expand. A new section will be revealed. What's that wall doing there? Why did Tudou build a wall across it? What? Explain, Doofus, explain.
You're asking me?
I am.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what that wall does.
Oh, he screenshot sniped the NG.
Doesn't
The IFV protects the engineer. The map expands. And bam, there are 2 engineers that need to try to be accessed here. Okay, Marko again was gonna try and snipe an infantry. Now this is interesting. Usually we see always players open this up with Rocketeers. Tudou decided no, and he opens it up with IFVs instead. I think this is the first time I'm seeing someone open this map with IFVs instead of Rocketeers. So no scout for Tudou at all, right?
No, he can't see Marko's base at all. There's the first Rocky, and it will run into 3 Rocketeers and go down immediately.
Damn.
And Marko
And
now
now-
stretching.
Forward barracks, forward barracks. Does he have a cannon ready, boys? Another barracks and a cannon is ready, and his target is the War
Factory, and he will get it.
War Factory goes down, cannon comes up. Marko should sell his cannon now. Too late, and he loses his cannon. Loses a barracks as well, and loses another barracks. So when it comes to cost, Marko actually lost more there because the cannon cost 2k, and 2 barracks cost 500 each. Tudou only lost a War Factory, which is and Marko with the first shot. They might cancel each other out. Yes.
Yeah, they will.
Cannons cancel each other out. Crazy stuff here, boys. Crazy stuff. Another refinery out from Marko. Very interesting. Tudou now makes his War Factory, builds it back up.
Marko
When it
still
comes to-
without War Factory here.
Yeah, when it comes to miners, Tudou is ahead. And look at this big base walk at the bottom. Marko's going to base walk at the top, but the bottom has his MCV. Oh no, another barracks. This could be a devastating cannon against Marko in a second. He comes in to defend it, but no, Tudou with an IFV there to defend. And another barracks here. Marko needs to make a defensive cannon. It's too late, makes a defensive cannon. He targets the cannon.
Oh!
The AFC is going to go
He will
down.
get it! Oh! Marko defends against that cannon, and now Tudou sells the barracks.
Tudou didn't start repairing fast enough, which means it only took the cannon 2 shots to take down that other cannon. Very, very fast reaction from Marko. Very nice defense there.
And Marko's still without War Factory, though. But not like Tudou is using his War Factory to do much damage. Here's another cannon from Tudou. Gets 2 NGs.
Yeah, so, oh boy. Oh man.
Oh.
So Tudou, wow,
And
Marko quit.
quits. So we're all tied up again.
Actually, should have quit that early, but yeah, indeed, we are all tied up again. So the NG support for the cannon trick, where every time it gets hit by a cannon shell, you put in an NG. Still can't believe they give full points for this map. No, it's actually 0.75. If you look at the score now, it's 2 for Marko and 1.75 for Tudou.
I need to fix
Obviously.
the sink or swing picture. I have to remember that. So Mayday will be the next map.
Mayday! Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. What a map. What a shit map. No, I'm joking. There's been some interesting games on Mayday. It's the original. It's the OG OP map.
Lead
Freaking
by
Mayday.
Westwood Studios, boys.
Alrighty then, boys. Let's have a look at what we got here. Marko in the top. And Tudou as France in the bottom. I'd be interested to know if he purposely went France here or he left it from last game. No, I'm joking. I'm sure he's purposely France.
Really? France on this map?
Yeah, absolutely. Have you never seen Tudou play France on this map?
I've never seen Tudou play France on this map.
Dude, he steals your stuff and
Yeah,
builds
yeah.
cannons off of
That's
there.
just what I'm about to say. He's
And
banking on taking something.
but he also positions cannons like in very nice. I'll tell you the thing, like you could position cannons so that you're covering the naval in a way that it's going to be very hard for your opponent to actually get a leg up naval, and very hard for him to attack in any direction because there's only one entrance, right?
Right.
So you place a cannon or two there on the bridge. Opponent can't get through, and then you place cannons over the water because the water isn't wide enough to really allow for flexibility. What I would want to see out of Marko is a okay, yeah, there's an NGIF there. Is it heading to the top left is the question. Will he be able to steal an oil? Does Marko notice it? Marko does notice it, and he does get an oil. Oh, he's going to try and destroy. He's going to try and destroy the oils with these pillboxes. Marko late to respond here. Barracks comes out. Oh, he's not. He's just going to steal them. Angie comes out. Marko's going to lose another one. Loses another one. He's going to lose a third one. Loses a third one, and he's about to lose a fourth one, which is going to stop him from building any more. Wall there to block, and now Marko is going to be distracted and working hard. In the meantime, these oils are producing money for Tudou and not Marko. Very quick takeover of the oils there. Marko, though, out with a lab and a naval yard already, which is something you've got to keep in mind. Rocketeer comes out. Flak Track already there to respond. More conscripts coming in here to help. Marko's just going to go in. What is Tudou's defense here?
4 Grizzlies back at home for Tudou while Marko goes in.
Oh, Marko, I feel like Marko clicks on the wrong spot here. The Dreadnoughts start getting value here, getting 1 oil. Should be going for something a bit more expensive probably, but a destroyer is out already. IFV out to counter this Dreadnought as well. And Marko quits.
Yeah, going early tech there while losing 4 oils might have been very expensive.
2-3 for Tudou, and that was a Marko map choice there.
Red Valley.
How much fun is this? I agree with you. Warren. What are you saying? Who picks
Me?
the map? Loser picks.
Loser picks the map.
Angie's ruined the game, says Zed. Red Valley, boys.
Soviet
Red
versus
Valley.
Soviet.
Now, in the Woody versus Marko series in Red Valley, dude, the splits were killing me. Like, Marko kept missing the splits.
Yeah, indeed. And what's this? Oh, they're going Sov versus Sov. Yeah, should Tudou switch over to Ally to keep enging Marko, maybe? I don't know. Maybe he's not that kind of player, though. We haven't seen that many engies out of Tudou this series. Only last game on Mayday, right? I don't know if on Arabian he tried to engie as Soviets. Did he? Do you remember, sir?
I don't think so.
No. I don't think he's an engie kind of player.
Yeah, not necessarily.
So he does spawn top right, Marko bottom left
Yeah.
on Red Valley.
War Factory's out. Marko a little bit late on his. I think there was a dog blocking there or something. I saw Sentry Gun go up and get sold. Drones out for the players.
Sink or swim.
Sink or swim, what?
I need to fix that. Oops.
Oh, the scoreboard.
Yeah. It's weird. Let me see.
Marko makes a service depot as part of his build. Building towards the center at the moment. Tudou as well, same position, also with a service depot on the map already. Going to get the back ore first. Marko barreling full speed ahead, leaving the back ore at the moment untouched. Miners still pouring out for both players. Marko onto War Factories, Tudou on 1. Marko ahead on the war factories. Tudou switching into rhinos as we speak. Marko now switching into miners as well. Tudou with 1 extra miner over Marko. Marko with 1 extra war factory over Tudou. Well, not anymore. They've just evened it out exactly. He's made a war factory. He's made a refinery in the back of his base here. Marko long distancing in the center in a very, very inefficient way here. Marko destroying some ore. Plans to place a ref there later, I suppose.
Marko on 3 war factories, 1 miner less than Tudou. Ooh, drones go down from Marko.
Yeah, Marko ahead on the war factories. Tudou ahead on the miners again.
Drone goes down.
And Tudou destroying the gems. Marko's gems on his side of the map. Some might call that dirty tactics.
Yes, sir.
Some might say, well, if you got map control, utilize it.
Yeah, he does it again.
Dude, look at the difference in the gems that are left. Look at Tudou's side. Look
Yep.
at...
Indeed.
It's crazy. Forward ref for Marko at long last.
He will long distance the gems.
With 1 miner, yeah. Currently very equal on rhino numbers. Marko just 1 tank behind. Marko moving his
They go
MCV.
in. MCV
Marko
is
moving his MCV. I don't know if as fodder, but Tudou is winning this fight.
Tudou is winning this fight by a lot.
Marko
MCV
deploys in the
is up.
center.
Not
MCV up for
looking good.
grabs. Tudou could die from this. Doesn't. Chooses to retreat.
Chooses to regroup here. Marko needs a sentry or something to help him out in this battle. He's down 5 tanks.
Sentry does come up.
Yeah, Marko holds. That looked very terrifying for Marko there for a second. I think if Tudou went in, he might have just gotten that MCV for free.
Very possible here. Marko behind on war factories at the moment. Marko makes another refinery in the center. Marko's in an extreme defensive position here. Tudou with the fodder advantage as well. Very interesting game.
Yeah, I think Marko just needs to sit and use his defender's advantage here. He's doing pretty well. He's getting the gems. Miner not particularly in danger. And
He's
the
got
fourth
no
war
choice.
factory. Fourth war
Yeah.
factory for Marko.
Forward barracks, that's nice. That will bring in the fodder and the tanks right away with the war factory and barracks on the front. Tudou with a move to the mid right-hand side. Marko can keep stretching or move his MCV to that same position if he wants.
Marko does go broke a few times. Okay, stabilizes now. He's still behind 4 tanks. And he
Yeah,
will get gems now, top left.
Currently very stable.
Tudou also moving his MCV towards the mid on the right side.
Indeed.
Marko's not out of it. It's only 4 tanks behind. Stabilizing. It's 1 miner behind, but 2 of them on gems. Tudou making a move now.
Yeah. Again, very even tank numbers here. Tudou just a little bit ahead. It's if they go into a fight now, it's going to come down to tank control. As the fodder kind of cancels itself out. Both players left with about 10 dogs. So
Yes, a
Tudou currently...
drone gets in.
Oh, Marko's miner gets drones. So annoying at this point of the game. He's going to have to do something about that. Tudou currently is ahead on every aspect of the game. He's got more miners, he's got more tanks, he's got more dogs.
He's got more eco going in as well. He's producing pretty well while Marko is... His eco is hitting 0 a couple of times.
Marko's eco is definitely struggling at the moment.
Long distancing on the gems is Tudou as well, bottom right. Marko will repair his tanks.
Yeah, Marko has moved his MCV to the left center here. And a drone waiting for him in his next expansion point. Naturally, Marko's sending a few rhinos to deal with that drone. Let's see if Tudou capitalizes on this position and attacks.
Tudou will send a split to the top as well. And keeps the drone alive for now. Drone does not
Oh,
get a
the
target.
drone does not get
Oh,
the
the
MCV.
pathing!
Goes down.
Oh, Marko almost getting 2 tanks for free, but he
Oh, Marko
loses
is-
top left. Oh, he might lose his MCV here. Oh, he goes
Loses
into
that engagement,
defense.
brings in more tanks and fodder. He might lose a miner there. No, he saves it, and Marko
saves it.
defends. But in the center, he loses a miner. And Tudou sending more tanks to the top left here. Marko
MCV.
forced to respond, and in the bottom as well. Three-way split here from Tudou. Marko not reacting fast enough, so Marko deciding to push in here. Tudou pushing in on the bottom here, getting value left, right, and center as Marko's miner count starts to drop. As we speak, Marko should switch into drones at this point of the game. He's pushing in. He needs to win this fight. A barracks appears right in front of his face here. What kind of value can he get? He keeps going right. Interesting choice here. And in the top left, Marko sells his MCV, loses that fight completely and fully. And in the right, he's going in, but his tanks are spread out. And the tank count difference now is very noticeable as Marko starts falling behind on the tank numbers.
Doesn't look good for Marko here. Tries with a split, and he quits. And Tudou takes it on Red Valley. 4-2 the score at the moment.
4-2, boys. 4-2.
Well played by Tudou there, indeed.
Indeed.
Indonesia. Marko picking Indonesia. Snark, help me out here.
Help you out.
Indonesia.
Are you asking why Marko would pick this map?
Yeah.
It's a good question. It's a good question. He did lose to Woody very solidly here yesterday. Perhaps he has.
I find it very interesting, but Marko does play Rambo a lot, so maybe he does have a better strat here than Tudou. I just find it weird that Western players would pick maps that are solely in Rambo ladder. But who knows, boys? I might be wrong here. Korea versus Korea on Indonesia.
He actually wanted to pick Tsunami, but is a bit embarrassed. Oh, God. I swear Niet has the funniest comments. Yeah. Listen, so Marko's mistake here yesterday versus Woody was very simple. He lost all 3 oils of his super early. 2 destroyers, 2 of them, and then to a paradrop, the 3rd one. Will he be able to defend or at least get counter value this time around? Both players are going to start off by walling their MCVs, which is a great move, especially with sneaky NGs and amphibious transports that could appear at any moment. Ooh, Tudou misses his wall placement. Marko is already done walling his MCV. Both players build off of their airport, the first refinery to get those gems. Both players out with the naval yard already.
Did he do it on purpose though?
No.
Look at that. What is that? He did it twice.
Oh, also in the top.
Yeah, he did it
my
twice.
God. Oh, that's gotta suck.
Yeah.
That is annoying. Marko with the first amphib out.
Two of them. Let's see. And then there goes Tudou as well, getting his oils.
Yeah, so Tudou getting that oil on the top right here. Marko getting the one on the bottom left. And getting the one in the center as well, the one that belongs to him. Yeah.
Oh, he left an Angie behind.
Marko forgot an engineer there. Now he's returning to get it, but this amphib already taking some damage. Damn. It's unfortunate.
And now the Angie might get targeted here.
Angie completely
goes
exposed.
down.
Yeah, the engineer goes down, so kind of a waste of an Angie there. Now Marko on the aggressive side here on the right-hand side. Tudou going bottom left instead. Marko should be targeting those oils ASAP and definitely should be putting those Angies in that oil for sure. Does get it, puts another Angie in the amphib. And Tudou does manage to chase Marko out here in the center with the destroyers. We're going to see soon the first paradrops of these players are going to come. We're going to see if any of them are able to get any type of value. Marko forced all the way back to his base, but he did destroy one or two of those oils, which is very nice. Exactly what you want to be doing on this map.
Indeed, both of them also on... Oh, Marko is on double naval.
Yeah, but Marko lost his oil as well. Now, Pillbox bringing up against this Amphib. The Amphib forced to retreat. Possibly an NG in there, maybe. Marko,
Continue. Oh,
Marko should get to that top right oil for sure. He should try and kill that. Oh, okay. We got a big naval engagement here. Destroyers engaging each other. And the micro out of Tudou, he pulls back the targeted destroyer. Very nice. But Marko's reinforcements coming in faster. This is closer to Marko's naval yard. And Tudou forced to back off. At the moment, Marko with his parrot drop gonna take out another one of Tudou's oils. Exactly what he wants to be doing in this position. Slow down your opponent's economy as much as possible. Doing a great job so far. Parrot drop from Tudou going all the way to the back oil probably. There is a pillbox there. Marko has learned his lesson. Might need to put another pillbox there. And Marko's Amphib goes down in Tudou's base.
And another naval encounter in mid. Marko chasing, but Alpha side needs to go down. There it is. Let's see, 11 destroyers for Marko, and Dolphins being made by Tudou. He's fully teched. He is fully teched. He's got the battle lab out, and now Marko targeting the only naval yard, I believe. No, there's another naval yard at the bottom for Tudou. Targeting a miner. Doesn't get it.
Doesn't get the miner, damn.
And he will continue to harass the miners. Meanwhile, one naval yard does go down from Marko as well. And now Tudou doing the same, harassing miners at Marko's base.
Indeed, indeed. Korean jets are on the field.
There's a lot of dolphins. There's a lot of dolphins.
Are out for Tudou. Marko without any dolphins just yet. Marko gonna take on these dolphins head on. Questionable idea. Questionable.
Here comes the Eagles to take out the battle lab. Did he get it? He got it. Battle lab goes down from Tudou, but there's still a lot of dolphins out.
Yeah, Marko's navy is lacking at the moment, and he should be concerned about that.
Gets an oil. Bottom right. Gets it. Sacrifices a few. I think Marko lost a few miners as well. He's on 6 versus 8 from Tudou.
So Tudou on more miners at the moment, and the navy difference is huge. Marko needs to catch up navy-wise, or he's going to be in big trouble.
Marko's still not teched up.
Marko with no battle lab for some reason. He's got the money for it.
Let's see. One AFC goes down. I'm not sure if it got it with the Eagles.
Yeah, well, with the Dolphins coming in, cleaning up his naval yard.
And Marko quits. I think he lost his Eagles as well. So 5-2 the score to Tudou.
Damn.
Taking it on Indonesia. Marko needs to take a break or something. Needs 2 minutes to clear his head and come back into the game. He picks divide and conquer. He needs to slow Tudou down.
All right, boys. Tudou is looking up. Marko looking down. Divide and conquer. Both going Soviet.
Divide and conquer. Both of them going Soviet Iraq here. 5-2 to score in Tudou's favor, while Marko spawns top left. Tudou will spawn bottom right. As we go into game number 8 in this best out of 17. First to 9. A lot can still happen.
Yeah, man. It's, damn. Marko's been taking hits, taking losses. Will we see a comeback?
He started off really well.
Yeah, he won that Tour of Egypt game. But Tudou doing to him what Latov did to Brian T. Okay, so this has become the standard build now. You build the ref inside the ore and then you long distance the gems. Not huge distance, just Bit longer. I'm a fan. I don't think you should waste another ref on that. Mining time.
I've seen
Um,
Legend do it as well in an
don't
earlier show
like
match.
don't like that war factory. Is he gonna be building towards the right or something?
Interesting.
Questionable war factory.
What do you think about this war from Tudou?
Also, like what's oh no, but Tudou's gonna be building up the cliff.
Right, he's gonna go up the cliff. That's the idea.
Yeah, so Tudou I get. Tudou I get. Marko is not building to the right. Yeah. Okay, listen, I guess he wanted his miners coming right out on the gems. Fair enough.
Indeed, Marko clicks down a drone. Well, I think Tudou got drone. I'm not sure, but I believe Tudou did get drone. But the service depot is standard build for Marko. So he brings it out preemptively.
Yeah, service depot is out for Marko, so whether or not the drone came in, I suppose it does save you some mining time. So it's better if it doesn't get in. Tudou with his own service depot. Does need to repair a rhino. And Marko currently on 6 miners, Tudou on 6 miners as well, both of them on 2 war factories. Tudou not building up the cliff, but I think he will because he built in a way that he's going to be close to the cliff later.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. 7 miners each at the moment, both of the war factories. 8 miners each as another miner comes out. Marko, though, 3 war factories.
Yeah, Marko went 1 extra miner from the war factory instead of building a ref, so he's on 3 war factories.
Yeah, an interesting build from Marko. Now going to kill the tree, so it looks like he is going to build towards the right now.
Mm-hmm.
But watch his money. He might hit 0 here if he's not careful. He is staying above, and he's going down with a 4th war factory. Interesting.
Yeah, indeed. 4 war factories to 3 now. Okay, Marko's eco is stabilizing. He's keeping it above 1,000. And here comes some tanks over from Tudou, bottom left.
Yeah, so Marko has only been on 2 patches this entire time. Those patches have got to be running out.
And he's hitting 0 a few times. And here's the 4th war factory out for Tudou as well. And he's going to build up the cliff here.
Yeah, so he's gonna get those gems up top. Seen a few Chinese players do this. Usually don't see it by the Western players. But maybe we'll start seeing it. This will mean that the total money mined will be higher for him. And then he has all of top right to expand to potentially. Bring in Desolators to help defend this position. Marko with a drone. Where are you going with that drone? Oh!
Gets
Gets
targeted.
clicked.
Yeah.
And it goes down just like that.
Marko
Okay,
clicks
Marko's
down a miner as well.
splitting.
Tudou
Splitting
sees
some
it.
rhinos. Yeah. Alright. Let's see if how much this affects their economy. They're equal miners.
Marko is 1 miner ahead and 1 war factory ahead before moving his MCV. He's going top left. Top right, I'm sorry. He's moving to that left.
Interesting.
Yep.
So he's gonna steal Tudou's late game expansion point, but did he bring enough rhinos is the question. I feel like he's missing a bit. A drone comes in to help a little, and sentry gun, you can be sure. As Tudou sending more rhinos, well, to harass these miners actually
Indeed. They
from
get
the
a feel
cliff.
free.
Getting some hits there. Marko forced to micro them away. Marko's hitting a miner here. Okay, so they both moved here. So it's MCV versus MCV. They're staring right at each other. Marko's stealing Tudou's ore, but Tudou did get all the ore in the center. Sending in his miner as fodder. Almost dies. Does save it somehow.
I don't like this position from Marko top right.
Very dicey. Very
But
risky.
Tudou is broke. That's the only thing
That is
Marko has
true.
going for him.
Tudou's broke. Marko's got the cash. Desolator. One of them does go down. The other survives. Marko doesn't repair sentry gun. Now Marko cleans up these sentry guns. Another nice desolator from Tudou. Marko's tanks
Miner.
are taking hits. At the moment, Marko has to take advantage, but only by one tank, and it just evened out. So, dude, these desolators getting so much value right now. Marko should consider his
Forward
own
sentry.
desolators. And now in the bottom, Marko does react. Oh, Marko engages here. He does have the sentry gun. Is it enough? He takes the hill. Marko takes that fight. But in the bottom, there's more tanks for Tudou. Marko pushing in here into the desolators. Not sure that's the smartest idea.
Oh, free miner here for Marko to the left side. Oh, he ignores it? No, he might ignore it. Now Tudou trying to get a miner kill at the top. Nice. Drones coming in. We'll deal with the desolator and get a few tanks as well. I love it.
Very nice. Very nice. Nice batch of drones there from Marko. And Marko slowly gaining ground here in
We'll
this
get a miner. Nice. Get some miner
DMZ
kills
zone.
up right.
Ooh, it
Oh,
looks like
Tudou.
Marko lost the miner from the cliff here. Marko needs to get these miners out of here. And he loses another
Two
one.
miners go
Marko
down.
sent all of his tanks to the top right now. He's going to go all in up here. But there are desolators there. This could be very problematic. Marko decides no. He's going to split up half the forces and go back to defend. As Tudou starts pushing in the bottom. Marko caught with his pants down. Well, not really. He's sending rhinos. But he's
Marko
all
is the
good.
blue player, boys. Marko is the blue player. Chat.
Marko is the blue. Yeah, Marko is the blue player.
Did he sell his MCV? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, and Tudou pushing into some sentry guns here. Gets decent value. Marko's still just a tiny bit ahead on tanks. And these tanks on the cliff just being so annoying right now. Marko pushing in the bottom here. Tudou sending all of his tanks to the top. Marko should go in bottom all the way and switch into drones as we approach a base trade situation. Marko should go in, take out War Factory, slow down Tudou's production. And Tudou pushing in with everything he's got at the top. Marko spamming the conscripts now, trying to hold on. Marko needs to switch to drones up top somehow. As Tudou decides to go all in the top. Using his miners as fodder. What is Marko's target with his rhinos down the bottom as desolators approach them? But look, Marko, what?
Marko one top left as well.
What the hell?
I did not expect Marko to hold top left, but now he's going in on the miners. This is Marko's game, and he will take it. Let's go.
What the hell? Somehow, by some incredible miracle, by some unbelievable coincidence. Well, I wouldn't say coincidence. Damn.
Yeah. Came down to the wire. I think the miners top left really helped Marko to get the advantage there on the tanks of Tudou. While his bottom right split just got the job done. Let's go. Yeah, I thought he was going to lose top left.
E to the G, boys.
Hermit for the win. And VT. Great game by Marko. And the next map will be Tsunami.
Kevin. Tsunami. Very nice. Very nice. Spank that ass, Kevin. That's right, Sander. That is absolutely right.
Tsunami picked by Tudou is the next map. Both of them going as America. While the yellow player Tudou spawns top right and Marko the red player spawns bottom left.
Indeed. Tsunami. Well, we saw Lataf earlier take down Shen on Tsunami.
Indeed.
Can Marko do the same to Tudou?
Well, he has to. You don't want Tudou to go to a 6-3 lead. Now Marko should put a rocket up his ass and bring the games back to back. This is his moment. This is his momentum. And I think if he takes it on Tsunami, that might break Tudou, because this is a map that I think that he thinks that he's supposed to win, Tsunami.
Well, he chose it.
Yeah, but it's also not in CNC QM, you know. I think, you know, the Chinese players have been meticulously picking weird maps throughout the tournament because they know that the Westerns don't play it as often as they do, you know? So really strategic choices here. Marko gets the scout in but loses the Rocky top right.
Yeah. So both players going for the double ref opening here as the Rocketeers start pouring out.
Tsunami is his middle name. Let's go.
Tudou getting Tudou getting some good value, good scouting here. I mean, oh, Marko ambushing a Rocketeer of Tudou's, taking it down. So that's nice. As Rocketeers start moving into an engaging position here, Marko is forced back and he does retreat. Tudou's still in a defensive position here. Very nice. Paradrop coming in. Is it an offensive one? Yes, it is. Marko's going to take advantage of the paradrop being there. Takes out a ref, but not a very important one. Tudou does sell that, so doesn't even lose the value for it. Tudou still has 2 refs exactly positioned where he wants them to be, so he doesn't really care about that ref much.
14 Rockies to 14 Rockies on the field or in the air, or whatever you might call it.
And it's 1 lone Rocketeers. Oh, it was low health, so Marko did win that fight. Oh, Marko ahead on Rockies just a little bit. NG's starting to come out for Tudou, which is why Marko's ahead on Rockies probably. And there we go. Gets into the Paka.
Marko with a slight lead on the Rockies.
Yeah, and Tudou's gonna try and deny. Oh, nice. The GI's as fodder. Marko goes straight into these Rockies. Should use the Nighthawk to help him finish him off. He doesn't even need it. And Marko does successfully reach his oils. And Tudou pays a heavy price of Rocketeers there.
Indeed, Marko with a huge advantage now in the Rocketeer count.
Did you see how those GIs were used as fodder?
Yes, sir. Yes,
that was really nice. That was very, very nice. Yeah, the paradrop. So, I think Tudou stole Marko's oils, right? And Marko stole Tudou's oils?
Not sure.
Like usually it's left versus right, but I guess it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, indeed. I think you're right. It's supposed to be left versus right. So both of them on the expansion.
Yeah, and many Patriots out for Tudou. Oh, and NG in Marko's base!
Oh, the NG gets a power plant.
Gets the power plant. Makes Marko go low power. Very, very sneaky. And a pillbox. An annoying pillbox comes out. Gonna go for the second power plant. Marko not even repairing it.
Marko is top left with Rockies. Alphasai doesn't see it. He's top left. Getting a power plant as well. And while Marko deals with the pillbox top left, something is happening, but we can't see it. I think something went down there. I'm not sure if it was a ref or something. I don't know. I think it was a ref, but it went down top left.
Maybe, possibly. Marko going for the lab. He's gonna dive for it. No, he engages under the IFVs. He somehow wins the Rocketeer fight, and now he goes for the lab. He's not gonna get it.
Not getting the lab.
So both players just lost their entire Rocketeer army.
Tudou is stacked up. 2 miners ahead on Marko.
And
Dolphins in the
yard.
water. Yeah.
Yeah, these dolphins are important. If you reach a certain critical amount of dolphins, like your opponent's never getting a naval yard up. He's just not going to have the time to. And Tudou's hunting for naval yards now. Waiting for Marko to pop up his naval yard. I think he's going to try and snipe it right away. There we go. The dolphins are on the move. The naval yard is out.
Chrono has been built by Tudou as well. Chronosphere is out and ticking.
That's pretty big. Marko bringing his Rocketeers to help in this fight. But is it enough? Yes, it is. Tudou retreats and Marko successfully establishes a naval base without losing it. Now, Tudou pushing in the right-hand side here. There is a Patriot there. Does lose a few Rocketeers. Decent value, I suppose. Another naval yard out for Marko. Tudou's Rocketeers hunting here, looking for value somewhere. They're
Chronosphere.
hungry.
Yeah, Chronosphere out for Marko. Yeah, indeed.
Chronosphere out for both players. Tudou way ahead on the chrono, so Marko gonna have to defend somehow. We'll see just how he does that.
What does Tudou have to chrono? 3 Grizzlies. So
At the moment,
it might not be an offensive chrono, I think.
well, 3 Grizzlies and 5 IFVs. Ooh, Marko. Okay, engaging there in the center does take out the Aegis, which allows him to bring in his Rocketeers to help him in the naval battle. He does have more Rocketeers than Tudou, which is why Tudou didn't dare engage a Rocketeer fight. It looks like he's going to chrono IFVs and Grizzlies, and Marko's looking really exposed back home. Well, no, actually, he's got a lot of... We should spread them out at least so that they don't get crushed. Oh, and he chronos to the other island. He's going to clean up here. Rocketeers moving into defense here. Is it going to be enough? Oh, if one of these IVs goes elite, that's catastrophic. 2 of the IVs go down to the Rocketeers. A lot of GIs here. A lot of GIs. He's going to alt the refinery. He is going to get it. Was this attack worth it?
I don't think
Possibly. But the counter chrono is what scares me now.
Yep.
Because Marko could return the favor, and Tudou's not going to have much at home to defend.
And Marko has a lot of Grizzlies out.
Yeah, Marko can chrono 9 solid Grizzlies. Questionable move from Tudou there. Didn't really get the value he needed. Did take down the ref, slow down Marko's economy. Marko completely broke, but so is Tudou. And then we go, the 9 Grizzlies go, and right onto the Weatherstone. The Weatherstone gets sold, and Marko pushes in right onto the MCV. The MCV goes down as well. He doesn't have much here. Marko could probably get more value. Can he win this tank fight? No, he cannot. Tudou is going to clean him up, but, well, doesn't clean him up, but he does defend, and... Whoa, Marko might be able to dive in the lab here. Brings out the Rocketeers as well to help. He's going for the... Oh, and he ults!
He ults the war!
He gets the war factory as well. That's it. No more MCV for Tudou. Not going to happen. No war factory. No MCV. Marko with a very powerful attack there. Getting the advantage he needed. Naval wars are going on around. These IFVs on the island trying to be annoying at the moment. There's this Grizzly as well. The GIs are chasing it. He's coming in for a very strong offensive here with a lot of Rocketeers. Marko might lose the expansion here. Could be very problematic for him. He does lose that. The Rocketeers take out the Patriot. Marko trying to defend these oils with the Rocketeers, but they go down. Marko going to lose this expansion completely, but he still has an MCV. He still has a lab. He still has a war factory. He still has a Chronosphere.
4 Grizzlies on the field for Tudou as well. That's the only thing he can really chrono, right? Offensively.
Well,
he has no battle lab, so no aircraft carriers. Marko can just sit and win the game eventually. Do you see any way that Tudou can win this? Mass Rocketeers, maybe.
Well, the question is, what does he got in those transport? What kind of value can he get? Marko's going to dive for the... Oh, Marko loses another oil. Marko down to very bad eco right now. He was going to dive for a second there on the naval yard, but he doesn't get it. Does he?
Gets it. So no
Gets
more
it.
naval.
So with no MCV, that's going to be the end of naval for Tudou. Now listen, Tudou's in a much better position when it comes to his current standing army. But if Marko can defend long term, he's able to look at all these Rocketeers. How does Marko defend versus this many Rocketeers? He doesn't have his own Rocketeers to help.
He doesn't have
and he's
Patriots.
What's it? Oh, it's MCV. Marko needs to move MCV. Marko needs to move the MCV. Oh, he's chasing the IFVs now. He's chasing the IFVs now. Marko with great micro. 2 of the IFVs go down. Another one comes out of the war factory. The lab is going to go down as well. And Marko does defend, but loses the battle lab. Marko.
Oh, Marko
alive,
with no ref. Marko with no ref.
barely. Does have enough money for a ref. And now Tudou putting on all of these transports, all different kind. Does this mean he could chrono more units if they're all in transports? I suppose so.
Indeed.
Damn.
Yep.
So Marko, so he's gonna put GIs and everything in these amphibious transports and bring in the Rocketeers as well at the same time and try to end it. Marko's gonna try and defend somehow. He needs a refinery ASAP. He's got no oils. He doesn't have an expansion. So Tudou's economy is just so much stronger than Marko's. that Marko is going to be hit constantly. Now again, the only thing Tudou can create is Rocketeers, well, barracks units, and planes. He is getting paradrops. There we go. It comes in with GIs.
But that was Marco's chrono.
Oh, that was Marko's chrono?
That was Marco's chrono. Marco chrono the transporter.
Okay. So Marko wanted to thin out this incoming attack, and he kills one of the transports. Marko needs more anti-air. He's got 4 IFVs and a Patriot in the middle. Possibly enough, but this is a lot of Rocketeers, and there's going to be a big fight right now. The Grizzlies and the IFVs moving into position to defend. The GIs and the Grizzlies disembark from the amphibious transports here. As the Rocketeers start moving into position, the IFVs, Marko needs to move them into position to defend. Another Patriot comes up. Very nice. As the Grizzlies are in position to defend against the Grizzlies. That's a lot of Rocketeers. And the Chronosphere, out of Tudou takes away Marko's IFVs. Marko left without any anti-air except for the Patriots. Is it going to be enough? These Patriots are doing work right now. He's going for the power.
Go for the power.
The IFV comes out. He sells the Chronosphere. The Grizzlies are now moving into attack position here. But Marko has enough Grizzlies to defend. He's ulting the bar factory, wants to take it out. But if he stays with an MCV, it's not going to matter. As
Going
Marko,
for the power as well. And the Patriots come back alive. Marko holds. More Rockies incoming. Oh my goodness. And now Marko goes into the GIs.
Marko cleans it up right now. There's still 2 Rocketeers on the field, but there's a Patriot there. Oh, but he's low power.
He's low power.
These 2 Rocketeers are doing work right now.
Oh, Marko quits. Oh my goodness.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
What is going on, Doofus? What is going on, Doofus?
And
What is
score
going on,
goes
Doofus? What is
6-2
going on,
to
Doofus? What is going? Oh my god.
Nanala. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Monto.
What is going
73.
on,
Thanks for the
Doofus?
follow.
What is
Welcome as
going
well.
on, Doofus? What is going on, Doofus? What is going? Oh my god.
Divide freeze.
Hide freeze will be our next map. Oh, what a tough game that was. And it's over.
Adam redeemed what?
Yeah, what? Start going, what?
I can do it in real life, man. You don't need a recording of me.
Yeah, I do. I need it for the times that you're not here, bro.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
Well, we
Damn,
go to
boys.
game number 10.
Crazy stuff going on here. Crazy stuff.
Bro, you gotta give props to Tudou winning that game on Tsunami, bro. Targeting the eco and then targeting the power. Alting the war factory. Oh my goodness. That was just awesome from Tudou. Unfortunately, it was at the cost of Marko losing. The score is 6-3, boys. And we have, let's see, Marko spawning bottom left and Tudou top right on divide freeze is over. Game number 10. And I'm sorry.
It is 6-3 like Lataf.
It is 6-3 like that.
Yeah, maybe there'll be a complaint about lag here, and we could keep also this series at 6-3 and end it.
Let's not do it twice on one night, okay?
Fair enough, fair enough. So, Marko versus Tudou, 6-3. Tudou ahead, way ahead. Phenomenal position here. Marko doing that War Factory build that we weren't aware of.
Indeed, just like we saw versus Latov. Who was it? Shen 6 did that as well.
Yeah, Shen did that build as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shen, I think, lost on the Divide Freeze in the end. So I hope Marko's not taking him as an example.
Yeah. Shen 6 did lose. He did that weird IC drones and lost the game.
Yeah, very interesting game.
In my opinion, it was a weird. Oh, clicking down the drone is Tudou. In my opinion, it was a weird IC drone. I think he could have done better. He was out tanking. No need to do IC drones. He was in his base with a lot of tanks.
I'm just gonna say this. Just gonna say this, Doofus. Things that are weird in your opinion.
I know, right? And I'm a pro player.
No, but you know when it comes to weird, if it's weird in your eyes, then it's weird.
I hope so. I hope so. Otherwise, I have a really weird take on the world, you know? Okay, 1 minute.
Oh, the drone goes in, boys.
Goes in. Marko now forced to build a service depot on the left side.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Double
Two threatening drones for Mr. Marko. Tudou ahead by a single miner at the moment. Marko heading towards the top left. Tudou with sentry guns in response. 3 rhinos are gonna go down the center.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, so nice. Yeah, so good defense. Good defense there. Very nice. Marko heading towards Tudou's base now. And back. Okay, so far we haven't got much going on. When it comes to who's ahead, Marko's ahead on tanks, Tudou's ahead on 1 miner. Ooh, that drone goes down. Yeah, Marko does defend that successfully. Marko's still threatening the top left position here for Tudou.
We'll get the 2 sentries. I think he's out tanking, but the sentry did. Oh, and the father. Oh, Tudou forcing Marko back.
Not just forcing him back, getting huge value there.
Yeah, indeed.
Marko lost. Marko lost some tanks there.
Tank advantage now in Tudou's favor.
Ooh, and Marko, another questionable engagement there. Tudou now in 17 tanks.
5
4
war
tanks
factories.
5 tanks ahead. War factory ahead. Tudou is ahead on this game at the moment. Marko behind.
Marko now equal on the amount of miners, but 1 war factory behind and lacking in 5 tanks indeed.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. I mean, it's far from over.
Far from over. I see Marko go back from much worse situation, that's for sure. But he's going to keep falling behind further and further as long as he doesn't catch on the war factories. He'd catch up with the miners for some reason. Needs that extra war factory. He's falling further and further behind on the tank numbers. Tudou going to try another drone here on the right. There are sentry guns to defend, and very nice.
Drone goes down.
Drone goes down. Still no 5th war factory for Marko. He's falling further and further behind on the tank count.
There it is. 5th war factory now for Marko.
Finally does come out. Tudou has expanded all across this side of the map. He could already consider teching up or moving to the center of the map to get those gems. Possibly. Marko behind here. Boys, there's no 2 ways about it. Marko behind on the miners. He's behind on the tanks. He's behind in every aspect.
Father as well. The good thing about this is that we can see the counters. The players cannot. So that's maybe why Tudou has not gone in yet. And a split from Tudou on the right side. Uncontested. I don't see any tanks from Marko on the right side.
Marko. Yeah. Ooh, Marko's complete. Oh, 1 miner, 2 miners.
2 miners go down the right side while Marko makes his way in top left.
Yeah, trying to get value there. Tudou does have the numbers to defend here. It's not as if that split cost him an advantage he didn't already have. And that does bring Marko's miner count down. And now Marko being caught out with the tail again. Tudou's tanks spread out nicely. Careful, doesn't want to blunder here. Marko grouping up his tanks nicely. Will it be enough to win this fight?
I like this position. I like this position for Marko, but will it be enough?
Don't know. There's a lot of fodder here for Tudou.
Still not enough.
Marko comes out behind.
Just the
Tudou
tank
way
amounts.
ahead.
Yeah, just the tank amounts. Just Tudou out-tanking by so much.
Yeah, the
MCV
numbers
Cell and Tudou taking game number 10 as well.
7-3, boys. 7-3. Marko is ahead. No, behind.
Behind by a lot, by 4 games.
Way behind. extremely behind. What are you saying,
Honest,
Osama?
it is very predictable. What is, bro? What is very predictable?
Marco is top 10 nowadays. Ooh, some disrespect going in Marco's direction.
Nord Waves.
North Waves. North Waves. Dude, the game versus Woody here when Marco played was insane.
Oh yeah, that was so close. Woody
Absolutely insane.
Woody taking the MCV early, but Marco retaliating with the MCV kill as well versus Woody. That was a crazy game on Nord Waves.
Absolutely.
I think that game Marco was closest to taking a win from Woody, the entire series. I think Woody dominated the entire series except for that game. Marco had a real chance. But now, Marco is facing Tudou on Nord Waves. Marco spawning top right, the red player, and Tudou is bottom left, the blue player.
Yes, indeed. Different starting positions. Probably an early expansion after second ref.
Which spawns do you prefer, Snark? Bottom left and top right, or more? Because I believe the bottom right and top left are more open to place buildings, right?
Yeah.
You need to move.
But you
MCV
anyway
anyways.
expand.
Yeah, you need to expand anyways. Yeah.
Tudou expanding in a position where you could reach up the cliff very easily. Puts down a sentry gun. Marco does not get the drone in.
And Tudou did on the right side. That miner on ore is droned. So that will delay the second ref.
Is unfortunate for Marco, slowing him down. And in these games, getting a drone in or not getting a drone in could be the difference between losing and winning.
Because at the moment, Tudou does have a ref down. Surely on the MCV at the bottom center there. No, he does not yet. But oh, he placed it to the left. Marco doing the same. Places his second ref in the base there on the right side. Yeah, Tudou is already established there. Yeah, Marco, very behind. Two miners less than Tudou, purely due to that drone.
Yeah, dude, that drone. Such a problem in these games. Really can put you behind. And with a player like Tudou, well, good luck catching up. Interesting, Tudou places MCV in a way where he could build up the cliff to get those gems, but he decided not to, and he moves his MCV from there.
Marco with 3-4 tanks there on the left side near the MCV. Tudou sees it.
Yeah, Marco's not going to get any value there. But he is kind of being annoying in the ore positioning. Like, putting down a refinery now for Tudou is uncomfortable. Well, he moved out of the way and you let him do it. Potentially could have sniped a miner there. Marco going to the right. Going to the bottom right. Tudou caught a little bit out of position. Marco should be able to get a miner here. Tudou retreating with his miners. Marco doesn't get anything. Marco might lose miners.
Oh, there's nothing there, top.
Absolutely nothing from Marco to defend.
Sells
MCV,
MCV on double war.
2 war factors each. Tudou with great micro here. Gets the NG as well. Could potentially out here and kill this refinery.
That's an important draft. Clicking down the rhinos as they come in one by one.
These 2 rhinos have just been getting so much value here. If they get a miner as well, oh my god. Those 3 rhinos got Marco off ore. Killed 2 miners. Sorry, 2 rhinos and a miner. That is just huge value for 3 rhinos.
Triple war now from Tudou. He has 3 miner lead. Marco without an MCV.
Tudou in a winning, leading, dominating position here as he has less tanks, no MCV, less miners, way behind. That first drone, man.
That first drone really screwed up Marco's entire game here. 3 tanks survived somehow, but
And then the split that Marko missed.
it's 8-3 to Tudou. He is on
Match
match point.
point!
Yep, he is on match point here. 8-3.
He has a few key sentences translated to English that you could copy paste. It's cute.
Ah, nice. Marco selects it as match point 8-3. Caverns. Okay. I do believe Marco has one of the best builds on Caverns.
Marko's very good on Caverns, but Tudou seems to be no slouch whatsoever.
Tudou is on his game today. Comeback City says Java. His hope is maps like Caverns and Coldest. This is Caverns. Caverns is coming up.
What do you say? Is there hope?
Of course there is. Of course there is. As we go into game number 12 in this best out of 17. The yellow player Marko spawns bottom left and Tudou top right. And it is match point for Tudou. Score is currently 8-3 in his favor. Marko needs to win 6 games consecutively to take the series. This is, I believe, the loser's bracket, so the loser is out of the tournament, and the winner can still make it to win the finals. So in this loser bracket, you can still make it to the finals in this tournament.
Indeed.
Adam thinks that Tudou messed up his build. Let's see. We'll have to look top right again. Doggy block gets dealt with. Yeah, the barracks is not all the way against the...
It is.
It is? Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay, there's a dog block from Marko. I thought the barracks had to be 1 tile up. 1 tile more up. Yeah, should
No,
be
it's fine.
Okay, it's fine. Very good, boys. We got the pros in here. Don't listen to the Doof. The Doof doesn't know. This is a map I have vetoed constantly as well. Caverns, I find such a difficult map to play.
Really?
I find Caverns such a difficult map to play.
Probably one of the first maps I learned how to play well.
Here comes the drone, and Marko gets a minor drone here at top right.
Nice out of Marko. As you can see, the build is fine.
Tudou goes broke. And Marko gets saves his miner. 1 tick of health. Just in time. So we go top right. The miner will go down. I told you. Haha. Tudou went broke. Oh, I'm laughing.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. I'm not biased in any ways, boys. I'm not biased.
Unbiased casting here.
I'm
bro.
not biased in any ways. Oh my goodness.
Unbiased cans.
I'm biased. I'm rooting for the underdog. Let's go. Marko needs to watch out that that damaged miner doesn't get droned again.
Indeed. Can build down there, yeah. Absolutely. Marko with his build here, the bottom left build, we call it.
Team Marko doofus.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. I suppose he wanted the war factory first. Marko over the ore there does take out that drone.
Triple
2 war
war.
factories. Yeah, 3 for Tudou. So Tudou ahead on war factories right now, and he's all caught up on the miners.
Indeed.
3rd war comes out from Marko as well. I prefer top right so much more over bottom left.
Marko heading over.
Marko here for the offensive. Tudou has the same amount of tanks. The question is, where are they? Oh, down the left.
They're on the left. They have not gotten anything yet, but they're chilling on the left side. And they will regroup with the center. There's another war factory for Tudou before moving his MCV. He's on 4 war factories.
4 war factory and a move.
Here comes the split from Tudou on the left side. And coming through mid as well.
Yeah, Tudou splitting up here, clicking down those runners. Very nice micro out of Tudou here. Marko caught a little bit unprepared on the left-hand side here. And these rhinos getting immense value, but they are going to go down without
They will not get a miner
miners.
though.
Yeah, and again, Marko behind on the rhino numbers at the end of the day. Pushing in here from the right is Tudou. Trying to get value here. Doesn't dive on the MCV. Gonna go down and run through Marko's base. Drones out for Tudou, expecting a base trade situation.
Yeah, Marko doing very well to catch up on those tank numbers. Tudou kind of throwing away his tanks, but now he will finally get a miner in the mid. Oh, he does not.
Oh, Marko saves the miner in the middle. Yeah, Marko catching up and taking numbers because Tudou
the drones
switched to
come in.
drones.
Yeah.
Devastating drones. Coming in here, Marko trying to defend. Tudou just clicking down these rhinos, getting huge value. Can he get a miner? Can he get a miner? Gets a miner. After all that, he gets 1 miner.
After all that, 1 miner, yeah.
But that is the value he needed, as he is currently ahead on miners and ahead on tanks. Tudou started out this game by losing that single miner to a drone, which previous game we said was what made Marko lose, but he's recovered full on.
And Tudou with another split on the left side and 3 on the MCV here.
Ooh, these splits coming out of nowhere. Marko not able to keep up.
Sells
Forced to
MCV.
sell, which means Tudou is going to start pulling ahead. Marko is in big trouble here. Unable to keep up with all these splits. Tudou doing a phenomenal job at splitting here. Going in the center, going left. We got 3-way splits constant. Marko reacting to the center one. Is going to be able to clean that one up.
That one is tough to hold though.
Good micro out of Tudou taking out that veteran.
Marko needs to retreat to deal with that split on the left side, and there's still a split in mid. Okay, they're equal on tanks. 3 miner lead for Tudou and an MCV, of course. Is there a way for Marko to pull back?
Great question.
Marko's going broke. I think it's over, boys. And another miner goes down to a split from Tudou in the mid, and 3 tanks will meet their maker on the right side, top right.
Marko getting destroyed here, boys. And this is match point for Tudou, which means that Marko might be out of the tournament.
I think he is. It's over for Marko in the tournament in Jiangnan Cup.
Tudou just ahead on miners here. Not ahead on tanks at the moment, but he's got the MCV. He's got the advantage position. He's got the splits.
And here another split on the right side. We'll get a miner on gems.
That's unfortunate. That's a miner Marko needed. Look at his money.
He will not get a second miner. Really? Nope.
Yeah, Marko does save that one.
More tanks incoming from Tudou. They're equal on tank numbers, even though Marko is hitting 0 quite a lot. Tudou is on 10k eco at the moment.
We lost the war factory somehow. I'm so confused. We're missing stuff, dude.
I think Marko sold the war factory.
Oh, Marko sold.
Marko
Yeah.
sold the war factory, and Marko quits, and it's GG's, boys. Tudou takes it 9-3 in the losers brackets. Taking
G
it
to the G
on
to the S.
Caverns as well. Very impressive stuff out of Tudou. And well played. Good try from Marko.